How's everybody doing? I hope you guys are doing good. I hope you guys are doing great. This is Set Here, business and spiritual consultant, as always. Yeah, so let's get into it. Man, y'all, I need some help, guys. I'm in trouble. I'm in trouble, man. I'm in trouble. I'm in trouble. Why are you in trouble? Because Lucifer is on a tirade right now. He's hell bent on getting me into a new relationship. He's hell bent into getting me into a new relationship. I don't know why. I don't know why. Um, I don't know why. I don't know why. This guy. Pardon my language. No offense meant, but he's sir is sitting there and you know uh he like so I'm like I'm not ready for this. I'm not ready for this. I don't think it's the right time. And he doesn't care. I'm trying to stall as hard as I can. I'm trying to stall this from happening as hard as I can. I don't because I kind of feel like me personally, I feel like I should be celibate right now. That's what I feel like. I feel like I should be celibate. I should be concentrating on getting better and get my money up later. But I should definitely I feel like I should focus on feeling better, on getting better. So I'm stalling. I'm trying to push whatever manifestation he's trying to put on my head, as far as I can, as far as I can throw it. It's not working because I can feel it. I can feel it coming. I can feel it coming, and he's very adamant about it. He's very adamant about it. So, um, I feel like celibacy should be something I should be focusing on right now. So I'm very surprised, especially after everything that happened. I'm very surprised that he wants me like to do a have a do over, have a do over here, bro. Like, but um, I appreciate it. I appreciate it, man. I appreciate it. I take it as a compliment, though. I'm very how do you say flattered. I'm flattered by it, and I appreciate it, and I do take it as a compliment. But I just don't think it's a good idea, man. So tell me what to do, guys. What do I do in this situation? So, but the thing is, there's nothing to do. There's nothing to do. This is just straight up scary at this point. This is just straight up scary at this point. Why? Because he's adamant about it. Like he's not playing around. He's not kidding. Like he's like the energy he's sending me is like this is gonna happen whether you like it or not. Like like this like that's the energy he's sending me. He's sending me that like yo, like this is gonna happen whether you like it or not, bro. Like so I'm like like what do I do here? Like where do I anyways. So, but I guess I'm gonna have to take it. But anyways, it's the energy. It's the energy of Lucifer, man, that Santa Claus kind of vibe thing going on, whatever. Wish grander genie genie energy that he has. And he's very violent about it too. Like he's like that's the thing about Lucifer. I don't know how many people actually work with Lucifer on a consistent basis, but I don't know if you guys noticed, but I've noticed like when he wants to give somebody something, there's literally nothing that's going to stop him from giving you the thing that he wants to give you. And it's very funny because like he almost like if you it's like you can easily insult him if you don't know what you're doing. That's what it feels like. It feels like he could be easily insulted if you don't accept the gift or something. Depending on how you you don't accept the gift, depending on the way that you like tell him you don't want that. I feel like it could legitimately insult him, and he would like get like actually pissed. So, anyways, so it's very weird. He has a very quirky. It's very quirky. I find it quirky. It's not a bad thing. I don't think it shows how much personality that he has. Like it's a very quirky thing to do. Like it's like, oh, because it's kind of like, what, I'm not good enough for you, like, kind of shit, like, like, so it's very quirky, because you would expect from a demon, especially from reading all them books and watching all them horror movies and shit, you would expect Lucifer to be not so given. I don't I wouldn't it wouldn't surprise me that a demon would give you something in order to have something for themselves, like equivalent exchange, some alchemy, so that's not crazy, for a demon to be like, if I give you something, I'm gonna take something from you too, because that's just alchemy, what I mean, that's alchemy. So that wouldn't surprise me that like most demons would have that personality abound to them, But in Lucifer's case, it's kind of like he'll give you a bunch of stuff and he'll take like one thing, and that's pretty much it, Like he'll give you a bunch of stuff and he'll give you like one. He'll take like whatever he wants to take, or he'll ask you for things. Well, the thing about Lucifer, there's a lot of like the alchemy that is going on is within the gift that he's giving you. So, there's a purpose, even though it's not like the purpose in the gift is not like life changing or, destiny defining things. It's just, he'll give you something, but the thing is an important thing, whether it's a companion, a spiritual gift or something like that. So, but at the end of the day, you still have to work. You still have to work. The work needs to be done. So it's a gift, but at the same time, it's a gift that keeps on giving. It's a gift that keeps on giving. So the more you put yourself into the gift that he gave you, the more you'll get out of it. So but it's still interesting. I feel like Clownek is very direct. Clownek is very direct. Like Demon King. Clownek is very direct. Like, if you ask, you shall receive. That's how he acts. Like, he acts more like, if you ask, you shall receive, kind of thing. Lucifer is like, he's like monitoring your progress. He kind of like monitors your progress, and he comes in at certain time periods and he drops off something. He drops off something. It's like, here you go. This is you need this right now, or you need that right now, or something like that. Like, he feels like you need this. He feels like it's okay for him to give you this at a certain time and point. The reason why I just changed what I said is because, like I said before, sometimes the gifts are not life changing. Sometimes the gifts are not like destiny defining. It's not like super over the top important. Like, I remember when I first started working with him, you know, when I wanted to, I'm gonna make him look like a good guy here, so he's not gonna like it very much. He hates that shit. By the way, I'm gonna make him look like a good guy now, but I started working with Lucifer because of the mind chatter. I had mind chatter, right? If you don't know what mind chatter is, it's negative self speech, right? Like, I had a lot. It was intense. Like, I couldn't concentrate. I couldn't do a thing. Like, I couldn't even write my name on a piece of paper. Like, that's how hardcore the mind chatter was. I'm exaggerating a little bit, but that's how it felt like. Like, if I started working, if I was like on my computer and I started working, I would get like bombarded with mind chatter. If I, like anything I did, like I started writing something, I would get bombarded with mind chatter. Like, anything I would try to do, I would just be blocked, and I would just hear negative self speech the whole time. It would make me go nuts. So I started. I'm gonna make God look bad now, and Lucifer does not appreciates that too. but I don't care. Uh, but because some people are gonna be like, well, why did you? Because at the end of the day, there's some people out there that's gonna be like, well, why don't you pray to God? I tried. He didn't do shit for many years. I tried. I asked. I prayed. 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 I asked. I asked. I asked. I asked to remove the mind chatter because I've been living with mind chatter for 4 years. Basically, I lived with mind chatter for 4 years. It started acting up. No, more than 5 to 6 years. 5 to 6 years. 5 to 6 years. It started acting up a couple years ago. Um, and it got really really bad as the time went along. But the whole 6 years, 6 years ago, I was a Christian. I was doing voodoo, but I was a Christian. I believed in God. And I would self-proclaim myself as a witch of God, and I would try to fight demons, or whatever evil powers, where evil powers would show up, and yada yada yada, blah blah blah. So I prayed, I prayed, I prayed, I prayed. Nothing happened. And so I got tired of it. So I asked, Lucifer, can he do that? And can I say that? Can I say that story? So I heard yes. So I have a bad back. This is I have a bad back, right? I have scoliosis, right? And I did the operation for scoliosis. Um, the scoliosis is when your spine is like this, like it's like a snake, right? That's when your spine looks like a snake. That's called scoliosis. So I had that at a young age. So I lived with it my whole life, right? I live with the pain of the injury, not the pain of scoliosis. I lived with the pain of the surgery my whole life. So as of right now, I don't really like it. I don't care, like I feel it. Like right now, I'm in pain, but it's not a pain that I really care about. Like because it's I don't know if you understand what I'm trying to say. There's certain pains in life, like you're so used to it that you're okay, yeah, it's there, but you're so used to it, it's like it's not there, But it's there. It's just like you're used to it, so it's like, who cares, right? The funny thing is, the first time I called him, you know, the one of I called him because of the mind chatter, but he came around once before the mind chatter incident, right? So, and he came around and he showed me something. He said, "I'm going to show you something," right? I don't remember what we were talking about. I think I was actually pissed off at him because, like I said, I was still believed in God, and I was doing uh exorcisms on my town. I was doing the exorcism on my town to remove negative energies from my room and house and whatnot, right? So I would do exorcisms as a ritual in my house. Um, so, but later on, um, so I ended up beefing, I guess, or some shit like that. Whatever. I ended up talking to him some way, somehow, and I was on my computer. I remember it like yesterday. I was on my computer and I was working, but I was talking at the same time. But I really wanted to work. I really wanted to finish because I was working on a video game. I was working on creating a video game and shit. So and a comic book. I was working on a comic book and creating a video game and stuff. So I didn't care about spiritual things. I just wanted to finish what I was working on. Like that's all that mattered. So I was talking to Lucifer at the same time that I was working. As I was working, I noticed that I felt something that I hadn't felt since I was 10 years old, you know. And he basically removed the pain of my back. Like he removed the pain. It didn't last long. It lasted but a minute. It lasted a minute, but I could feel it, and it was like mind blowing to me. It blew my mind, bro, because I hadn't felt like that in decades. So so that happened. So the mind chatters keeps happening, blah blah. God, and that's when me and God had this falling out. That's when me and God had this falling out because the man child was still there. I was praying, I was doing exorcism, blah blah blah. And my parents would tell me recite this psalm to remove the spirits, blah blah blah. Anyways, so it's not that I don't believe them. It worked for 5 minutes. You know, it works for like 5 minutes, and then the things come back again, right? So, and it's really the things, because in my head I thought those things were demons, and like I've said before in many other videos, because I've said this story, but this is like the beginning of that story that I usually say on YouTube. Um, so basically, that's when you know there was this day when I was getting attacked and heard voices. They were out to get me. I was in the psychosis basically. They were out to get me. Blah 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 blah. And that's the day where I decided I got tired of it. I got tired of praying. I got tired of everything, and I said, "Fuck it. If you're gonna kill me, then fucking come and kill me." And that's when it stopped. So it actually stopped. So I stopped believing in God from that day on, because it was just God sending his little gremlins, it was just God sending his angels at me to put the fear in God in me. He sent the archangel Michael is the God of fear. So his job is to instill fear into you, so you will keep generating energy to feed uh, whoever you guys consider as God, right? Because that's what the purpose of this is. Because when you pray, you're giving off energy. You're not amassing energy. You're exuding energy. You're exhuming energy. You're not amassing energy. So especially if you put a mantra attached to your prayer, which dictates that you are relinquishing things that are within you to give it to something else that is non-existent in your universe, then you are literally giving your energy to an entity that is capable of taking that energy and creating things with it. That's pure math. That's just simple math. That's simple math. That's simple logic. That is There is nothing insane about what I said. That's just how life works, and anybody that says the contrary is just fucking crazy. Um, so without said, uh, he I stopped believing in God at that moment, and and it's not too hard to figure out that I started working with Lucifer, and as I started working with Lucifer, the mind chatter turned off. So right now, I'm not, as of today, I do not have mind chatter. As of today, I do not have mind chatter, and I haven't had mind chatter in about through 2 or 3 years. It's been like 2 or 3 years that I haven't had any mind chatter. So maybe a little bit more. The 3 years and a couple months. So yeah, um, start to do that. Why am I talking about this? Anyway, so point is, he comes along. So at first, so this is how I got, you know, this is how I I polarized my energy from light to dark. So at some point, I was again sitting there, my own business, working, and then he came along and he dropped off 5 demons. All the demons that he dropped off died. I didn't have the resources. I didn't know how to take care of them. I didn't have the resources to take care of them, so they all died. Um, he didn't care, like not, it didn't matter to him. Like he was like here you go. I give you 5 demons. Ciao, bye. That's literally what he did. Like I was like, wait. You know, like I was like he literally like one day just out of the blue came out of nowhere. Here's 5 demons. Ciao, bye. And you know, like I didn't even have time to ask any questions, anything. You know, I was taking care of one of them, but the other ones died. You know, because I didn't have the space or the you know the know-how. I didn't have the knowledge. I didn't have the space, and you know, I did what I could. One of them stayed alive as long as possible, and then evaporated. You know, so I got used very quickly to that gift giving energy that he has, like the healing thing and the mind chatter. So basically he's consistently removing the mind chatter from my head consistently, like that's like, and when I get mad at him, the mind chatter comes back. When I'm pissed off at him for the wrong reasons or some shit, the mind chatter comes back. Like he's like, "Oh yeah, you want to fuck with me?" Boom, mind chatter. You know what I mean? It's just, so that puts me back in my place. So so yeah. Long story short, I am used to his gift giving energy that he has, that he exudes, also, which is very interesting concept. So I feel like he has a very quirky. There's like he's not just 100% serious all the time. Like he's not like most people. I feel like people think Lucifer is like 2,000% serious, like the most serious energy ever and stuff. He is terror. He is terror. Like he's like recently he scared the shit out of me. Like recently he scared the shit out of me because I was doing like a mantra. I was meditating, but I was doing a mantra to call him. And he walked past. He just walked in my room, like just he just walked, but this sensation of fear that I felt was just intense. Like I couldn't help myself to be afraid, even if my life depended on it. Like I couldn't control my own fear. Like he's terror. So like I understood right there and then, okay, that's terror, like he's terror. So I respect him, and you gotta respect him. You don't have a choice. But I also understand that he's not 100%, like he's not like he has he has an attitude, obviously. He has a personality too. Like he's not just fear me and blah 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 blah. No. Like he can crack jokes. He can be funny. He can be weird. He can be weird. He can be as human as a human is, if not more. Like he can be even more human than a human. Like at a certain point. As far as disembodied voices go, no pun intended, no offense meant. He can be very, very human. So he has, quirks, and that's one of his quirks. It's funny. It's funny. It's not a serious thing. Like he comes around, he drops you a gift. You appreciate the gift, and then he goes away, and it's kind of like, it's funny. So very low key, very low key kind of energy. Now that I think about it, um, and now he's on the prowl again. But this is actually more serious, I feel like, than other gifts that he's given me. I feel like this is because this is a whole person. This is like like this is a whole person. So this is obviously more serious than like random lesser demons. Lesser minion demons. Um, cannon fooder basically. Uh, so it's very peculiar. It's very peculiar. I feel like, this is a very serious subject to me. It is a serious subject because we just came out of a bad relationship, man. We just came out of a bad relationship. And I feel like I need some time. I feel like I need some time to process all of this. It's very hard for me to process all of this, and because it's not just the relationship that's messing me up. It's the whole entire thing. I mean, like, I was betrayed. I was attacked and betrayed. Like, I'm not the only one that went to jail. Like, everybody went to jail at the same time last year. Everybody went to jail at the same time last year. So there's a lot more going on than just a breakup. Everybody just wants to talk about the breakup because most people are insanely scared of the Illuminati. I don't know why, but people are scared of the Illuminati. So, there's a lot more going on than just the breakup. It's not just the breakup. It's not just about a breakup. I have to deal with these people. Like, I have to figure out a way to live with these people. So, and that's not easy, because they're not good people. They're evil. And they're evil, and they want to do evil things, and they want to propagate evil, and they want to propagate stupid shit, and so on and so on and so on and so on. So it's not easy for a demon. It's not easy for me to live in this world, because I don't condone none of this shit. Neither does Lucifer. Lucifer does not condone neither of this shit. I said, somebody reminded me that the other day. I didn't say that I wanted to be Illuminati, but I didn't mind being part of a Mason group because of the structure, because of the rules and the regulation. It gives you discipline. At the end of the day, it gives you discipline, and you need discipline. Even in magic, the more discipline you have, the stronger your magic will be. So it's good to have discipline. It's not a bad thing to have discipline, and it's not that I don't have any discipline. It's just that right now I don't feel like doing shit. So I'm like, I need some help. I need a clutch. I need a crutch. I need a shoulder to lean on. So I'm like, well, maybe masonry would be a good crutch. Maybe a masonry would be a good crutch. I can lean on them in order to get my shit back together, in order to keep doing what I do. Unfortunately, Lucifer does not like that. And I'm not trying to diss nobody. I'm not trying to air out nobody. I don't even want to necessarily say this, because I respect Masons. I respect Masons. I respect Freemasons. I don't really hate them. I don't like certain aspects of it. I don't like the Illuminati. That's bullshit. The Illuminati is complete garbage. It's trash. But real Masons, not Illuminati, but real Masons. I respect real Masons. I respect real Masonry. Like, you know, um, you know, um, so, but it's very Christian, right? So Masonry is very Christian, and but anyway, that's not where I wanted to go. What I was trying to say is, like, the funny thing is the idea of being Illuminati, right? The Lucifer does not concur, right? And the reason why, like the last time I even alluded to something like that, he told me that he didn't want to live in a house where children died. That's what he told me. And that makes perfect sense, because it is disrespectful to invite a god to reside where children have died. You can't really ask. And it's no wonder that they use angels, they use Solomonic magic in order to make demons do what they want. Because a demon will not, like, Lilith loves children. Lilith loves children. Lucifer, I don't know if Lucifer loves children per se, but I guess like he doesn't hate them. He doesn't hate children. He does not want to kill children either. So living in, not that I'm saying Lucifer would never actually kill a child. He is a god, and sometimes some people have to go, whatever the reason may be. Maybe the kid has terminal cancer and shit like that, blah blah blah, right? So we pick him up, and that's the end. The Grim Reaper, still has a job to do, regardless if it's a child or an adult. So so yeah, um, so nah, I don't think Lucifer hates children or wants children to die and shit like that. So and any other god, it is just disrespectful. It would just be disrespectful to make a god live in children's death pools. Like that's it, because that's what it is. It's a child death pool. Um, so you don't want. He doesn't want that. That's what he said. He said it would be. I do not want to live in a place where children have died. So don't take me there. See, that's what he's basically saying. He's basically saying, don't take me there because I don't want to be there. Um, which I thought was very interesting, and I didn't even think about it at first. He had to say it because I really didn't think about it. Like I didn't see it that way. I didn't see it that way. I just like I want some money. Let's go be Illuminati and shit. Like that's what I was thinking. Like that's the logic I was using. I wasn't thinking about all the fucked up shit going on. So um, so yeah, man. And in the case of, like I said, I don't really want to be Illuminati, but in the case of Masonry and shit, I have found myself. I recently wanted to be a Mason, and I was contacted because I did write a letter to my local lodge and shit, and they did contact me back, but it's kind of too late because before that happened, I kind of realized that I'm allergic. I'm allergic to Masonry. So I'm allergic to Masonry because it's Christian. Because it's Christian, it's Christianity. So it's not for us. It's not for us. It's for them. It's not for us. Masonry is not for demons. It's for angels. So if you're a demon, and you're having a little bit of trouble, uh, and you're part of a Masonry group, that's probably why. Because you're mixing two opposing powers together. So you're depolarizing and polarizing things at the same time. So it causes chaos and confusion, and so unfortunately, it's not that I don't want to be a Mason. I would like to learn some of their secrets and and whatnot, but it's gonna curse me. It's like I'm cursing myself. It's like I'm gonna curse myself. I'm gonna cause chaos. I'm gonna cause like destruction into my life. And just the thought, just the idea. As I was getting closer, I was getting like, I could feel Lucifer getting angrier and angrier. I could feel my demons, my guardian demons. No pun intended, but I could feel my guardian demons getting angrier and angrier as I went along, and they were trying to tell, because I was trying to tell him, I was trying to tell him, I just want to do this because of this, and he was like, yeah, I can't. Don't do it. He's like, don't do it. Why do you want to go? Like, he's asking me why you want to go there, because they got their structure, they're focused, they know where they're going, they know what they're doing. So I want to, he's like, why? Like you don't need that. Like, what would you need? You don't need that shit. So so I'm good now. So and it's true. I don't I really don't. you know like, I have more power than the Illuminati. Like, me, my little old me, I have more power than the Illuminati. So why would I join the Illuminati. And the worst part is I would have to start from the bottom, and I don't have the energy to do that. It's not that I don't respect it. Everybody has to start from the bottom. I respect it, but like I don't have the energy to do that. Like I don't have the will to start at the bottom, because starting at the bottom takes energy, man. You have to be freaking motivated. I mean, in any job, if you starting at the bottom, bro, a person that starts at the bottom is a very motivated person, bro. Like, cause you're climbing a mountain. like you're climbing a mountain, dude. Like, so a person that starts at the bottom is a very motivated person. Like, and I don't feel motivated like that. I'm not motivated like that right now. Not right now. Maybe last year, maybe the year before that, but right now anyway. So, it's just interesting. It's just an interesting topic. I'm just sitting here shooting the can with y'all. I'm just sitting here shooting the can with y'all. I want y'all to have some content from my YouTube video and from my YouTube. I put the channel private, so if you have a question or you would like to see a video again, let me know in the comment section. And whatnots, and subscribe to my channel, leave a like, and all that. Check out my Twitch. There's some episodes on my Twitch. Even though I'm not there, you can watch old episodes of me playing. They only last 7 days. So, if you want to watch something, I suggest you go watch it now before it disappears. So anyway. So yeah, man, help me out, bro. Like, what do I do here, man? So he wants me to be in a relationship right now, and there's not much I can do about it. Like there's not much I can do about it. Like he wants me. He wants me to be in a relationship right now. I don't understand why though. Like that's the thing. I don't understand why does he want me to be in a relationship so damn bad. Like this badly. I don't know, cause he's sent. Look, whoever he's sending. Like he told me there's no escaping this. Like there's no what I mean? Just let it happen. Let it happen. There's no escaping this. Like, shh, you know what I mean? So I'm like, okay, so whatever, man. Like, but how do you guys feel about everything that I just said in this video? How do you guys perceive this? What are your thoughts? What are your questions? What are their ideas? Do you have any opposite ideas from what I've just said? Do you feel like what I just said is truthful? Was I wrong somewhere? Is there something I don't understand? Is there, you know what I mean? Like, give me some feedback here. Give me some feedback here, man. Like, because people, like, the thing is, this is the thing. People keep telling me to keep doing these YouTube videos. I don't know why. I don't even have any feedback. And if you look at my subscription rate and my viewer count, it's very low. So I don't really know why people keep telling me like Lucifer loves my videos, obviously, for obvious reasons, duh. But sorry, sir. But for like obviously, so but other people too. There's other magic practitioners that like my videos too. But the thing is, I don't know why. I don't have a lot of feedback. It's not like we have a community. My Discord channel's empty. You know what I mean? Like, what is going on? What is happening here? What are we doing? like I'm just being taken for granted here. Like obviously I'm obviously am being taken for granted. And it's weird. It's just, anyway. But so I'm gonna keep doing videos. I've said a lot of mind-blowing shit. The most mind-blowing things, I have kept it. I'm gonna put it. It's gonna be private. Little videos like this, I'm gonna try and make more little videos like this. But I like talking. I'm a blacksmith. I'm a spiritual blacksmith. I like talking about, like, people think Like, this is the thing about the world and how callous humanity is. You talk about business, and then 5 minutes later, somebody comes along talking about, oh, but I do this shit for free. I do this shit for free, blah, blah, blah. That's just jealousy, bro. Like, don't listen to motherfuckers like that. These are just wretched individuals, like wretches, rats, disgusting. I mean, people that should not be on earth anymore, bro. And I'm not joking when I say that, because everybody needs money to live. You can't live without money, period. You can't live without money. If you don't have money, you can't eat. You can't sleep. You can't sleep because you don't have a place to stay. If you don't have a place to stay, you can't sleep. You can't shower. If you don't have money, even if you have a place to stay and you can't shower, if you don't have money, you can't eat food. And you need food to sustain yourself to continue on living. So anybody that tells you the contrary, like anybody that doesn't help you get more money, is somebody you need to get rid of in your life. And any resistance, and like, if you start talking about money and you face resistance, then you already know you need to put that person out of your life. Because a real person that actually loves you will understand and will try to help you. People that don't love you, people that are callous, people that are shameless, people that have no morals or principles, they're gonna be like, I do things for free. Those are the worst people on this planet. The worst. The worst. Period. Um, and trust me, once you get to know somebody like that, you're gonna hate them. Cause I did. You know what I mean? Like I've met many people that do that shit. Like, I started talking about business in real life, and they'd be like, "Oh, but I do blah blah blah," and then you get to know the person. They're just bad people. They're just all around bad people. So you don't want to hang around people like that at all. And yes, there's a lot of white people like that, and you should not hang around those white people. And that goes ditto for white people too. You know what I mean? And there's a lot of callous, hateful, despicable, despisable, ungrateful, disrespectful, white people like that walking around. There's a lot of them. There's a lot of them. And white people will do that shit to you on a consistent basis. And that's a very foul, very disgusting thing to do to people. You know what I mean? So, and I will not stand for it at all. I will not stand for it. I don't stand for it. I don't condone it. That's just horrible. You're just a bad, disgusting human being. Because that person already has his money. That person is already good. And that person already got their life together. You're trying to get your life together, and this person is putting opposition in your life in order for you to not get what you need to keep on surviving, right? Trying to keep you from being a person. So there's nothing worse in the world than a person trying to stop a human being from being. You know what I mean? Not being a superhero, or not, being fantastic. No, just existing. Because that's the thing. You need money just to exist. Forget about being a billionaire, a millionaire. You need money just to exist. So, like people like that, I don't respect them. And there's not a lot of black people that can do that, because black people can't do that. They don't have there's some black people that will do that shit to you, trust me, but it doesn't come from us. It's not black people that do that shit, because we don't have authority over the finances, over society's finances, over the economy of society. Black people don't have authority over the finances of economy. It's not us doing that shit. It's not us. So I don't want to make it a race debate or a race thing or a race. I don't want to race monger. I don't want to anyway, whatever. I don't want to start hate speech or shit like that. But at the end of the day, these entities, these companies, are led by white folks and Jews. And the Jews, it's led by Jews, but Jews use white people in order to communicate to everybody else, because white people are socially and inherently accepted everywhere on the planet. So those Jews will use white folks, and they will use white-owned companies in order to push an agenda of supposedly doing free things, even though they're a conglomerate that generate $500,000 a month or a week. Fortune 500 companies. You know what I mean? So shit is crazy. You know what I mean? And like I said, I mean no disrespect when I say that. It's just, I get hit with that a lot personally. Like I get hit with that a lot personally, and it's very annoying. It's very distasteful. It's very distasteful. It's very mean spirited. It's very callous. It's very shallow. It's very superficial. It's very uh, you know, unthoughtful. I don't feel, it's not a warm feeling to give, and it's easy to manipulate people that way, because people seem to think all the time, like it's easy to manipulate people because you're like, well, he makes me pay, but the other guy is giving it for free. That doesn't mean he's the good guy. Just because somebody gives you something, that doesn't mean he's the good guy. Just because somebody gives you something for free, that does not make him a good guy. Now, I'm not saying when you go to the supermarket and they give out, fucking, little sausages, on Thursday, they give out little sausages on Thursday and shit, and that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. I'm talking about like when you're actually trying to, let's say you're trying to start a clothing line, and then you face resistance from the universe. You face resistance from the universe, and the universe is like, and then you see like another guy, well, I give free clothes to people every weekend. Fuck you. I don't fucking care. I need to fucking eat. I got children to feed. I have a wife at home. I have children to feed. I don't fucking care that you give fucking children free clothes. I'm sorry to say it, but it's fucking true at the end of the fucking day. I need to eat, my wife need to eat, my children need to eat. I don't give a shit about you and your fucking free gift giving bullshit that you're talking about, bruh. Like, what's important here is me. And if it's that big of a deal, you give me some fucking money. You know what I mean? If you don't want me to work for my money, then just give me money. Period. You know what I mean? Because that's what I'm doing at the end of the day. I'm working for my money. I'm not asking people for money. I'm not sitting there in the corner of the street asking people for money. I'm working for my money. And you're trying to stop me from working for my money. So that's even worse. You know what I mean? It's not like I'm out here trying to get an investment. Like it's not like I'm going to the bank taking $20,000, having debts and shit and all kinds of garbage, and no, like I'm working. I'm doing my shit. I'm out here. You know what I mean? So, sorry, sorry, white people. I just, I had to air you out here a little bit, but my bad. But it's very disrespectful. It's a very disrespectful thing, and it does happen a lot, and it's probably happened to a lot of people that do try to start their own businesses, and it does happen to people that not only try to open up their business, but it happens to specific, like when you know what you're doing, and people might get jealous of you, man. People, when you know what you're doing, when you're man, even if you don't know what you're doing, people will still be jealous of you. You know what I mean? Like even when you don't know what you're doing, people will be jealous of you. So it's not something that I want to condone, and I'm telling you these, I'm telling you this because I want you to recognize, and I don't want you to feel bad, because that's another way. Because that's the thing too. You feel bad about it. You feel bad about it, right? So you feel bad about charging people for your things, because you're sitting there, other people say, oh, well, I'm gonna give it for free. And even on YouTube, it happens a lot. There's a lot of people on YouTube that give out free content, or free things, and it's okay to do it from time to time, but some people do it just to fuck with you. that's that's the thing. There's some people that do it just to fuck with you. You know what I mean? Like, and that's not cool. You know, especially if you're just starting and you're already getting hit with resistance, and that happens a lot. It happens to everybody. You just started something and you get hit with resistance because you put a price tag on what you have. Everything has a price tag. You know, everything has a price tag. Whether you like it or not, everything has a price tag. Period. And nothing would be here if those prices were not paid. There would be nothing. There would be no house here. Like everything is made in China, right? Like if you look at anything in your house, you're gonna see made in China. We paid the price. We didn't build those. They didn't magically appear. It's not somebody building those somewhere around town. It's made in China. So that means what that means. That means we bought it. We used money. How did you get the money? You got the money. The government used the public's money that the public made by working. They took the people's money and then they went to China and then they went and got some resources. They went and got some resources. So now we have a bunch of things that are made in China because we paid for it. So everything has a price. Nothing is free, you know. And even if the government didn't take the people's money to buy all these resources that we have today, well, we still owe China money for the things they gave us. Like we owe them payment. We owe them something, you know, whatever that payment is, right? So that's just how life goes. So anybody that resists you, anybody that goes on the contrary of you, you need to remove those people from your life immediately, no matter who it is. You need to remove that person from your life because if you keep that person around, he's just gonna, you know what I mean? So reason why I'm saying this because my content is very valuable. Like it has a lot of value, and I should make people pay. And people complain, and I've heard some complaints that I charge for these things, but these things are priceless. You know, like they hold incredible amount of value. They're worth gold, right? They're worth these things that I give on this channel are worth people's lives, right? Like people get killed for what I say. People get killed, murdered for what I say. People disappear. They lose their families for what I say. So what I say has an incredible amount of value. And I'm sitting there and I'm giving these things for free. So most people hate me because of my capitalist mindset. But at the end of the day, I'm a better person than the people that you respect because I'm giving you things that are worth your weight in gold for free. And I've been doing it for 2 to 3 years. So that's the reason why and that's the reason why I'm a little bit confused here. I'm a little bit confused because I don't know if I should keep handing out weapons like these. I don't know if I should keep making videos on YouTube for people, blacksmithing, you know, like super powerful demonic weaponry, for people that don't even appreciate it, you know, that won't even, they won't even use it. They're not gonna use it. They're not gonna appreciate it. You know, whatever. And then the worst part is people, it's not just company, people are just as guilty as the people that cause you resistance. The regular people are just as guilty because regular people are gonna be like, well, I'm not gonna buy that. I'm just wait for the free version or things of that matter. You know what I mean? And that doesn't help. You know, of course, what we need to understand is if we sell things, we have to sell things to people that have the money to buy it, obviously. Obviously. So it's your job to promote your things towards the right people. You have to promote your things towards the right people. If you promote your things towards the right people, of course you're gonna get the money. But now we're talking about investments. It's basically an investment, and then you'll make it big, and then you have to put like a bunch of, you have to sell out. Well, you don't have to sell out, but it's kind of like selling out. Because because now you're mainstream. Now you're not just trying to help people from not crying every night, or being afraid of God, or being afraid that demons are going to run up in their house and kill them, or being afraid of the government or shadow government, or getting shot by FBI agents, because that's what I do. I remove the fear from your soul. That's why I'm a spiritual and business consultant. Because when I'm done with you, nothing in the world, you'll be afraid of nothing in this world, literally. You know what I mean? So now, if I was a bad guy, if I didn't care about people, then I would go mainstream, right? And I wouldn't care that other people can't afford this knowledge. I wouldn't care that other people can't won't be able to listen to this knowledge. I wouldn't care that smart intellectual people won't listen to me because now I'm mainstream. I wouldn't care. But that's not the case. That's not what I'm doing. So I receive a lot of criticism. And I feel like more than half of the criticism I receive are unfounded. They're based off of bullshit. Like like I have to say it, man. Like I feel like most of the criticism I receive is based off bullshit. Mm. So anyway, sorry again, white people. Um, and like I said, black people do it too. You'd be surprised because there's some. It's not all black people that don't have businesses, and they don't know how to generate money and blah 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 blah. Maybe back in the 50s, maybe back in the 90s, but nowadays there's a lot of black owned businesses, very successful, blah blah. And it's a competition, and we're all in competition. Whites versus whites, black versus blacks versus whites. And like I said, when I say that because I know there's some white people, because white people are the ones that have the more opportunity of opening businesses up. So of course, because I'm a black man, you're gonna feel like I'm being a little bit racial here. Not really. You got to stop looking at that in that way, because I also consider you, the viewer, as the person that receives that kind of resistance. And I do believe that I have white viewers. So I'm talking about you not accepting, because white people will accept bullshit from other white people because they're white. You know what I mean? Period. Bruh, it's true. White people will accept bullshit from other white people because the person that told them the bullshit was white. I'm telling you. So a lot of people, like a lot of people, period, listen to garbage just because the things that was said by somebody of a Caucasian descent. And like I said before, these conglomerates are run by shadow governments and Jews and shit. They're just using faces. They're using people's faces in order to produce and manage and exuberate, exhaust. That's what exuberate means. Exhaust their agendas. Their programs. On us. So we have to be careful not to fall for certain pit traps. We have to be careful not to fall for traps. Because those are traps. Because then you're gonna be like, oh, well, he's right, and then you're gonna fucking do it too. But the thing is, you have a lot less money than the guy that said that he's doing it for free. You have a lot less resources than the guy that said he was doing it for free. If you can do something for free, it's because you have enough resources to give out first in the first place. So before you get those resources, guess what? You need to pay. That's the only way to get the resources. And if you can't pay to get the resources, you shouldn't be giving shit for free. Period. And that goes ditto for me too. So, anyways, this video is way too damn long. I'll see you in the next one. Peace out. Have a good one.